the appeal to authority fallacy.
No, because when we want knowledge from someone, we don't want knowledge from, look, if you're going to go to a heart operation,
yes,
I need to know someone who's a qualified surgeon.
Thank you.
So my appeal to authority here is warranted and justifiable. You're saying, because I ask you what is your qualification, I want to know if you're going to teach me and educate me and lecture us on scientific, what is science or not, what is acceptable or not, what is fallacy or not. I misunderstand this. Do you know it yourself? That's the question. Right, what's your educational background on science?
I understand it more than you do, right?
I'm not asking, tell me, don't be shy.
How you get that?
Sorry? No, I want to know if you're going to teach us about science, that I've misunderstood science, I would like to learn from someone who knows what he's talking about.
Okay. So stop talking to me because I don't have a degree in science. I studied how the scientific process works.
Right. So you're like another Tom, Dick and Harry. And pretending to someone who knows about.
Okay, great. So I'm unworthy of discussion, so please be quiet because I don't meet your standards. So please don't talk to me.
But you made a mistake though. I need to
Can I continue?
No. Why would you continue discussing with someone who's making these fundamental basic mistakes? You are accusing him of overgeneralization. So the whole science
is based on that.
Principle of science is based on what?
So he's saying you're doing hypocrisy.
Every single thing before we make.
He's saying it's hypocrisy.
So you think that you need to have an academic degree to understand? No. So can you stop? Can you stop interrupting me?
Understand what I was saying?
What are his qualifications to talk about Islam? Does he have a degree or anything?
No, you're missing the point. He's making a claim.
You're teaching us.
No, he's making a claim on something.
I just want to know what I'm being taught.
Me personally.
I just want to know who's teaching me.
Me personally.
Are they qualified?
Because once you say you don't understand it, I want to learn from someone who knows. Is that fair or not?
Yes, it is fair.
That's what he's saying.
Thank you.
And you don't need a degree to learn something.
Yeah, you don't.
Did I ask for a degree?
Okay. Can I ask you a question? Okay.
I asked you.
Look. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Let me ask you a question here. You say that I'm overgeneralizing. Ustad is saying the whole scientific method is based on generalizing. So you're shooting yourself in the foot because one second. How's observation? What is observation done for? Sir, what's observation done for? Why are you observing for what?
You observe everything.
So the way
you discuss with me.
Okay, go discuss it.
Yeah.
So now, tell me.
You're more polite than him.
No, but the point is you're contradicting yourself.
I accept your point, and
what he was saying makes sense.
Okay, but the way he's making, I'm willing to hear the point, but the way he's making
Can you come in the middle here?
is a less hostile than the way he's making it. Look at the way he's making the same
Come here if you need
point.
space.
Okay, Ali is
He just cutting to the chase.
I know, but Ali is making the same point in a much more calm and civil way, and I appreciate the fact that you're being calm about it.
Maybe it's passionate.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, what I'm saying is this, in science, you do observation.
Can I answer?
You're having to go at me something that you yourself, your whole scientific method, it relies on.
I know.
So then, can you tell me? Because you're contradicting yourself.
Okay, so the way that
We check gravity in place. Have you personally, or anyone that you know of, anyone checked gravity, strength everywhere?
Everywhere we have access to and we have means of measure.
How many places out of this earth?
Many, because we're
not many.
Right.
So not many. And then what would you do then when we made this gravity?
So what?
So when we say, for example, we see patterns of what? Design.
Yeah.
Design everywhere.
But gravity
and then,
is not the same.
Wait. Slow down. So when we see design everywhere.
So then you have a designer who's contradicting itself.
Excuse me. We're talking about design. When we observe everywhere, from trees that is mentioned, we see design. Everywhere I look, I see design. So what am I going to then deduce and induce from there?
Let me ask you this.
No, can you answer that question first?
If I take your DNA, compare it to that plant, how much similarity would we find? Do you know the answer to that question? question. It's a scientific question.
Yeah, how much?
Very high. How much is it?
Got more than 90%.
So you,
Okay,
so how
what
much?
does that show you?
What's the point there?
Hang on, how much?
He's talking about a designer.
Wait.
Based on what
You've
is the
asked a
story of
question.
religion on
Excuse
design?
me.
What is this?
You've asked a question. What's the answer?
I'm imagining it's more than 90%.
No, I don't want your imagination.
He's comparing a tree
You
to
asked.
human.
You asked a question.
You're talking
What's the
about
answer?
design. Why would a designer
Excuse me.
take your
What's
DNA
wrong with you?
or the plant
What's wrong with
DNA?
you?
Don't
You
attack me,
asked.
okay?
You asked. Do you know how much similarity of DNA content is between man and
Because
trees?
you're talking about design.
Excuse me.
talking about
Did you not ask that question?
You are talking about design. This
Excuse
is a
me.
relevant question.
You asked
This was a relevant
question. How much
Why would you
similarity
share DNA material with
is
plants?
between plants and
Answer me
humans? Right. And I'm asking you, do you know yourself?
Of course I know myself.
How much is
I
it?
know you.
How much? How much?
I know as much as I want to. What do you mean?
So you asked a question.
This question is me.
You asked a question.
What is the point of yours?
Excuse me.
You
You asked a
about
question.
design.
Look, you asked.
You're talking about design.
Excuse me.
I'm telling you how.
Did you ask me a question?
No,
Do
I
you know how much similarity between plant and animal DNA is, or human DNA?
95%.
Hang on. Did you ask me that?
Because you're
Right.
talking about design.
Right.
Yes.
Did you ask me that?
Yeah, sure.
Good. And what's the answer?
What is the answer?
Well, it's you didn't want to ask the
the
question.
answer. Very
What's the
simple.
answer?
I don't know the exact figure.
So he can't help you there. What's the answer?
About 20 to 30% similarity. We have
So
genes
fine.
that are similar.
So you have. So now his answer is.
pretty big.
His answer is yours is over 95%, and yours is 20-30%. Obviously, clearly now you levels of your standards are going lower and lower. Never mind.
Why would you?
So fine. So
Shared
20.
material.
Okay. 20-25% similarity proves what?
This brings into question, why would a designer that designed you first
Firstly, you made
the same material
a
in a
statement that according to scientific knowledge, there's 20-25% similarity between the DNA of humans and plants. Now, what does that prove?
Yeah, what does that
My next question to you.
the proof is
No,
in our
what
hands,
does that prove?
which we came from one cell. All of life came from one cell.
Wait. So if we have 25% similarity
where
between...
you cannot reject.
1 second. I want to see, mashallah, very good. You've got a PhD. That's why I'd like to learn from you. So you have 20-25% similarity between two living things, humans and plants.
90% to chimps. What does that do?
Slowly.
I started
So,
with a tree because there's a
let's start with the tree.
It shows that we're functionally similar.
How does
It
that...
shows that we're functionally
Hang on.
similar. That's all it shows. That's all it shows. That's all it shows. We have the same cellular processes. We have the same biochemistry.
origin.
What's the point?
There's an
What's the
origin.
point?
Right. So you made... Now you made...
And there's
From this...
duration.
Now from this you made a statement. It is because we have what? What did you say? Repeat that again so everyone's on the same page. You deduced from that observation of 20-25% similarity between two species. That means we had what?
The shared origin.
Shared origin. Now, how do you conclude that?
Because we have evidence in the lab. Number one, we can create the same matter in a test tube without anything, without the need anything, without a cause. We can create it in a test tube.
Right.
Number one.
So, number one. Okay,
We
can I write this down because it's important?
We have
Because
done that. You can go
no.
look it up on it.
What
Go
you are
look.
saying,
There are
what you are saying,
papers on
because I find it very strange
matter together,
that
you
you're
can
speaking
create
very
biological
incoherently.
material,
1 second.
Membranes, cells.
Hang on.
and
Relax.
Evolution.
Relax. Are you in a hurry?
I'm not in a hurry.
So now,
Write everything,
20
it's all-
to 25%
Write everything, we'll check it.
Oh,
It's
that's
all wrong
good.
anyway.
similarity between human plus trees, for example, right? It shows we have common.
Life started from one cell. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying.
Common source, you said, right?
Yes.
And I asked you, how do you know that? Your proof was in the labs.
Actual science.
I want to see whether you're coherent or not, because I can see incoherence already. So, your inference that you made from this observation, you're a scientist, real scientist, PhD holder. You have similarities between DNA contents of trees and humans. There's a share about 20-25% shared DNA. That proves a common source. I said, how so? You said, in our labs, we can do things which shows that you don't need a cause. So we can make things without a cause. How? 1 moment. You said this is number one, and you're going to go to number two. Before before I go to your number 2 reasons, how does your creating things in a lab without a course somehow prove your statement that we have common source because of this?
When you look at the material that needed to be present for the creation of life,
No. Your statement that they have common source, you inferred it by your experiments in the lab in which you are making things without any course. But I'm saying
things that you are thinking about for a creation.
No, I'm not thinking anything. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
We put it together without a cause. They come together.
Right. So now tell me that thing you've made. Okay, give me something that we made in the lab without a course.
I'm telling you, we've created.
Give me an example.
Nucleic acids. The origin of life, the language of life.
So you've made nucleic acid, right?
Yes.
Okay. Deoxyribose or RNA?
Oh, DNA.
DNA. Okay, DNA. So we made DNA in our labs. Proves that there is a common source.
Not just DNA. When you put everything together.
Excuse me. I'm just taking one example.
Hot soup
slow down.
Of the primordial
slow down.
planet. No, don't tell me to slow down. I get to talk too.
I need to understand what you're saying.
Oh,
I'm not as clever as you are.
That's what you're
right?
Doing. No,
I'm not as clever as you are. I don't have a PhD.
Sure.
So because you have a PhD, you have to. It's obvious, of course. Yeah, it's obvious.
You're just trying to be loud.
Hang on.
To reject.
It's obvious. It's obvious that obviously you're already.
You're scared for a creator not to be. I'm not.
My friend.
I am not scared of that.
Look at the incoherence. If you haven't spotted it already, 20-25% similarity of DNA content between human and plants or trees, right? That shows we have a common source of origin. Now, how do you arrive to that? Your evidence for this is in the lab. Look at the links he's making, right?
Because that's where science is generated.
Slowly
it's
finish.
Not in a mosque.
Look at the links you're making. In the labs, we see things are made like DNA without a cause. How does making things without a cause come from one second. We don't need to Google. We have periodic papers. How do you make a link between making DNA in a lab proves that it's a common source?
What are you asking again?
You made a link. And evidence to support common source is making things in the lab like DNA without a cause. How does that support that we have a common source between trees and plants?
You're not understanding the process that we have evidence from each step showing that we came from one cell. We were not created as it is. We went through millions of years to get here.
That's not what you said. You said it's a common source. Remember what the claim you made?
It's the same life.
No, you said.
Came from
You know
one cell.
what does common source mean?
Came from. You're putting that word saying comes from one source.
You said common source, right?
Life comes from one cell. That's what you're saying.
Like came from one source?
Came from one cell.
And what's the justification for that statement?
The justification is that we have
what evidence
for it. We
okay.
have chronological.
So what evidence do we have?
DNA evidence. We have.
Do you want to start with each one? What evidence do you have that life came from one source?
Thousands and thousands of papers that came from scientific labs. So you can reject all that and stick to one.
You are really very difficult. No, you're a very difficult person. I mean,
no, you're a very difficult person.
I'm asking you. I am saying you're making it difficult for me as a layperson to understand that. Because I asked you for evidence. Look.
Using the person that you're not.
No, I asked him.
You're around.
No, I
show you.
But you haven't shown me anything. You say.
Of course, you're gonna.
Look.
What you guys do.
Do you know what you do?
You're afraid of questions. I'm not afraid of.
Do you know what you're doing yourself?
It's okay to believe in a God.
Do you know? No. Do you know what you're doing? When I question you for evidence, and do you know how you present your evidence?
I present you step by step, and you say,
what have you given me so far?
You're inferring this, this and that.
No.
And then
these are claims. These are claims. These are your claims.
That's your way.
Excuse me. These are your claims.
This is my claim. This is no. 97% of all scientists in the world.
Look, you make claims, right? So does many others.
Just make claims. I observe and test it, and then run it in the lab. That's what.
Hang on. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Can you get something from nothing?
Depends on what context you're talking about. Give it enough stuff, yeah. If the right environment,
what is nothing?
It depends what nothing means to you.
Oh, so you don't know what nothing is?
Are you talking about lack of life? What is?
You don't know what nothing is?
I know what nothing is, but I have my definition.
So.
But your nothing.
How many definitions does nothing have?
Oh, there could be many.
Okay, let me give you a definition. See whether you understand my definition. Absence of everything.
But what is everything?
You. Everything that you can perceive. see.
Just life.
No, that's not life. Is that alive?
That's matter.
Okay. So is that a thing?
Yeah, it is.
Right. Absence of anything, absence of everything. Right. Can you get something from nothing?
You could. Yeah.
Okay. Does nothing have any existence in my definition? No. Nothing doesn't exist. Does it have any energy? No, it doesn't have any energy. Does it have any quanta? Does it have any fluctuation? Does it have any gravity? Does it have any nothing?
You're defining black matter.
No, I'm not defining black matter.
Nothing.
Excuse me.
So
So now I know that you have a fake PhD. Black matter is not nothing. Black matter is not nothing.
I'm done talking
Okay.
to you. Good
Come
luck.
on, don't be
Good luck.
patronizing like that.
Good luck.
Good luck. Go ahead.
What if you were dying from thirst and hunger? Would you give your iman up, your faith up, in order to survive? Probably not. Probably not. Because you'd rather die in hunger and thirst than give up your religion, right? This is how much we value our faith. It's priceless. Brothers and sisters, let me introduce you to Norway. This is a European country where the vast majority of people have become irreligious. There are 200,000 Muslims of a population of about 5 million, and most of these 200,000 Muslims have no idea how to explain Islam to their non-Muslim friends and neighbors. But that needs to change. Allah sent His messenger to call people to eternal success, and that is why Muslims in Norway are now establishing a masjid and Dawah center to enhance the Norwegian Dawah. But they cannot do this alone. We need to support them. If you donate to this cause, you will inshallah reap the rewards of thousands of Muslims coming back to Islam, and many of those will become du'at and invite to Islam. You will share in the reward for all those shahadas and good deeds to come, inshallah. So click the link and donate now and share the video for extra reward.